I'm gonna help you when it comes to overeating, okay? Let me show you a conversation that I had with a client. She's a pastry chef and she loves sweets, and I told her in no way, shape, or form do you have to give them up. We're just gonna learn some new skills so that you could have your indulgences guilt-free and keep reaching your goals.
I can't listen to anymore. You're actually putting me asleep. I want to ask you guys a question. So let's say you guys had a family member, a loved one, who had a drinking problem, who clearly was an alcoholic, just couldn't stop drinking. Would you guys encourage this person to drink in moderation, or would you help them to stop? Let's say you knew someone who had a gambling problem. Again, same question. Would you encourage them to stop, or would you say to them do it in moderation? Someone has a drug problem. Same question. Would you say to this person, okay, listen, just keep doing it, but just do it in moderation? No, you wouldn't. So why is it any different when it comes to people when they struggle with their food? They clearly have an eating problem. They're clearly addicted to sugar. They're clearly addicted to food. Mention to these people that, listen, it's okay to eat these foods in moderation. I'll never understand it. Now, here's the thing. I could easily do what this guy did and just say to you guys, when you're eating these foods, stop eating these foods because they're bad, you're going to feel like shit. But we all know discipline is only going to get you so far. We've all been there. How many times do we do a diet from Monday to Friday? We do our best, we do the training, we keep everything strict, but then along comes the weekend, all of a sudden that temptation kicks in. Or you're eating a food, but you're not satisfied. You feel like you need to eat more. Guys, this is called an addiction, and these people are not helping you guys at all when they keep on mentioning you can have these foods in moderation. This used to be me, guys. I'm telling you now. I used to eat these foods in moderation, but I was always hungry, and I was really hard on myself. I was like, no, I'm not going to eat it. I'm not going to eat it because if I eat it, I'm going to end up putting on weight. I was just being too strict to myself, but I didn't understand what the real problem was. I couldn't understand why I had this problem with food until I came to the carnivore lifestyle. And this is when I understood the difference between leptin and insulin. And this is when I realized that if my insulin levels are high all the time, then my hunger is going to increase. It wasn't until I added the food in that kept my leptin high and I was full on a regular basis, well, those cravings and that hunger issue was gone. And this is how I got a bad relationship with food. And all that came out of this was an eating disorder. And I had no idea what an eating disorder was. I couldn't understand why I was struggling. It wasn't until I understood about carbohydrates and all these hidden sugars. We're only eating the food that are sending mixed signals to the brain saying that you're not full yet, you can actually eat more. And this is why I struggled with my hunger. And this is why I struggled when it came to my eating habits, and this is why I could easily overeat on food, guys. Alright, it was as simple as that. Yes, I could add in a little bit of fibre and it may have slowed things a little bit down, but the thing was, when I added the fibre in, I was walking around with gut issues, I was bloated, I wasn't feeling good, and my energy was shit also. And the funny thing is, every single female that comes on board with me and wants to work with me, they say the exact same thing. They've done all the diets, they've done all the training, but the one thing that gets in the way is their hunger, their cravings. They can't understand why they cannot stick to a diet, and this is the reason why they're hesitant about coming to see me, because they think I'm just like everybody else. I'm nowhere near like everybody else. I don't focus on calories, guys. I've mentioned this many times. I focus on hormones. I focus on the type of food that you're eating, because the type of food that you're eating is going to determine whether you guys get in shape or not. Plain and simple.